Emily from Northwest Presbyterian Church.
And I'm Benjamin.
I'm so glad you've joined us. Bible school this year is virtual. VBS, Virtual Bible School. We're so glad you're here. By now you should have received your materials in your home packets for Bible school. The biggest part of that packet is this binder. In it, you find all the resources and materials for the activities we'll be doing through the week. You also have the craft supplies. So each day, just like you found today, we'll have a video. We'll go through the activities, but there are other activities you'll find in your binder to do. Any questions that you have, please don't hesitate to let me know. Send me an email, emily@nwpcatlanta.org. I would also love to see your pictures. Let me know how the week is going. Let me see how you're enjoying it at home. So as you interact with the video, I want to invite you to use it however works for you and your family. Feel free to start and stop it as you do the activities. Feel free to watch it all the way through if that's what works for you all. Just let me know how it's going so that next year we can make it look different if we need to. It's so good to see you guys. Like, really.
We're excited.
I just keep thinking, oh my, excuse me. I just keep thinking,
What's going on? Why are you yawning?
I just must be a little sleepy, I guess.
Oh, I think I've heard this before. People yawn when other people yawn. Did you guys know that? It's true.
No.
According to scientists, even dogs and chimpanzees do this. Here, how about this? Let's try something.
Okay.
While we're all sitting here together, let's do an experiment.
Okay.
I'm gonna yawn, okay?
Okay.
And I want you and you guys to try not to. Can we do that?
Okay, let's
do
try.
it. Oh, man. Uh-oh.
Oh, gosh.
All right, I don't know about y'all, but we're yawning over here. Let's try it with something else, should we?
Okay.
What about laughing? Should we try that?
Okay, hold on. Let me get my serious face on.
I know, okay. That one was pretty immediate. It's very clear.
Wow. Okay, so what about smiling? Don't smile.
Do you want to try it? I'll try to not smile.
Yeah, okay, get your serious faces on.
Let's do it. It even made me laugh too.
So when you see someone yawn or laugh or even cry, something in your brain responds because you know what it's like to feel laughter or sadness or even sleepiness. That's called empathy. Can you say that? Empathy.
Empathy.
And when we know what it's like to feel something, we become more compassionate to one another. For example, if I see someone step on a Lego, I feel compassion for them because I know it hurts. My foot cannot feel the pain in that moment, but my empathy kicks in and my brain reminds me of what that suffering feels like. If my compassion is strong, I might even offer to help you.
That's exactly what compassion is. I see your hurt, I feel your hurt with you, which is empathy, and then I help ease your hurt or make it better.
Yeah. But in order to show empathy, I need to see you. This is the beginning of compassion. When we gather around a table or even a virtual table, and we look into each other's eyes and we hear each other's voices, we begin to be able to understand how we are all feeling. That's why it's so important to welcome others to our table.
That can be our kitchen table, the Lord's table of communion, our lunch table at school, or even a digital table online. When we welcome different people, we are able to show more empathy. Today's song is a gathering song. God invites everybody to the table of blessing. Everyone is included. And so when we sing this song together, think of all the people you would like to include at God's table.
Hello everyone, welcome to VBS Music. So today we're going to learn Come to the Table. We're going to go through the verses and I'll show you how it looks with the movement, okay? So, first verse is Come to the Table. So with your left hand, I want you to do a small welcoming motion, one small and then one really big one. And then we're going to do the same thing with our right hand when we repeat Come to the Table. So we're going to do a small one, then a big one. And then we're going to take both hands, do the same thing, small welcome, and then one big one. All right, so it'll look like this. Come to the table. Yes, come to the table. Come to the table. And then we go into the chorus, which is a dance. You can pick any dance you want. Awesome. So now we're going to go on to the second verse. So the second verse is we are all welcome. So what you're going to do is take your left hand, and you're going to do a big swooshing motion to your side, like that. Same thing with your right. We are all welcome. And then both hands together. We are all welcome. Then go into the chorus and dance it out. Awesome. So now for the third verse, it is let's have a party. So we're going to celebrate with our hands. So we're going to go up to the corner, celebrate. Nice. To the left. Very nice. And then we're going to go to the right, do the same thing. So let's have a party. Then both hands on either side, let's have a party, and then celebrate with us, you dance it out. Okay, so all together that'll look like this. Let's have a party. Yes, let's have a party. Let's have a party and celebrate with us. Good job. All right, the fourth verse is you are my sibling. So we're going to get our left hand and go big all the way into your heart because they're your sibling and you love them. We're going to do the same thing with our right hand. Yes, you are my sibling. And then both hands on the other side, do the same thing. Yes, you are my sibling. And then go into the chorus, you dance it out. All right, and then for the fifth verse, we are a family. So what we're going to do is you're going to pinch your fingers, your index finger and your thumb together. And then we're going to go in a little circle like this. And we do that 3 times, so it'll look like this. We are a family. Yes, we are a family. We are a family. And celebrate with us. And you dance it out. All right, guys, let's do it. Come to the table. Yes, come to the table. Come to the table. Come celebrate with us. Come to the table. Yes, come to the table. Come to the table. Come celebrate with us. We are all welcome. Yes, we are all welcome. We are all welcome. Come celebrate with us. We are all welcome. Yes, we are all welcome. We are all welcome. Come celebrate with us. Let's have a party. Yes, let's have a party. Let's have a party. Come celebrate with us. Let's have a party. Yes, let's have a party. Let's have a party. Come celebrate with us. You are my sibling. Yes, you are my sibling. You are my sibling. Come celebrate with us. You are my sibling. Yes, you are my sibling. You are my sibling. Come celebrate with us. We are a family. Yes, we are a family. We are a family. Come celebrate with us. We are a family. Yes, we are a family. We are a family. Come celebrate with us. Thank you guys for doing music with me. See you later.
Today, we will learn about a family party where everybody was celebrating around a meal. But one family member wasn't too happy about this party.
As we begin to learn more about compassion together, I want us to begin with a compassion prayer. Okay, you ready? I want you to place one hand on your head and another on your heart. We're doing this because compassion happens in our brains, but we usually feel it in our hearts. Will you repeat after me? Welcoming one.
Welcoming one.
Your warm, wide arms.
Your warm, wide arms
Are always open.
are always open,
Drawing us into your heart.
drawing us into your heart,
Full of love.
full of love.
Make our arms your own.
Make our arms your own,
Helping us see and welcome
helping us see and welcome
with compassion all those we meet.
with compassion all those we meet.
Amen.
Amen. Jesus told this parable. There was once a man who had 2 sons. The younger brother greedily demanded his inheritance, turned his back on his family, and then left them for a faraway country. He wasted all the money that he took from his family.
Soon he became needy and hungry. Even though he felt ashamed, he decided to return home, hoping his father might welcome him back. When his father saw him, he was filled with compassion. He ran out to his son and threw his arms around him. He was so happy he was alive. The father got a big dinner together with the best food and drink to give thanks for his son's safe return.
Meanwhile, the older brother came in from the fields, tired from working hard all day. When he heard the music and the dancing, he became angry and he refused to go in. His father went to the older brother to persuade him to come, but he said, "I've listened to you and worked hard for you all of these years, and you've never given me a party. My brother comes home after wasting all his money, and you throw him a huge party."
His father said to him, "Son, I love you. You know what is mine is yours. But people matter more than possessions. We thought we lost your brother from our family, but he's home. Come to the table and celebrate with us."
So when we listen to stories, we can learn so much from other people's feelings. And this is one way that we learn compassion.
We see, we listen, and recognize what people are feeling. And this helps us to feel their joy and their hurt with them. Sometimes it requires a bit of imagination on our part because the story might not tell us directly what people are feeling. For example, we might focus on the younger brother and father, but the older brother has something to show us too.
Exactly. Compassion helps us see how every human being is important and loved by God.
So on the next page in your binder, you're going to find a page that looks like this. And there should be enough for you and your family to each color one. So the one today says "at the table." And while we color this, I'd like you to think about a few things. I want you to think about the Bible story. What did the father see in the story? Did you see what the father saw? How about the younger brother? What about the older brother? What feelings did you feel when you heard the story? Does anybody in the story show compassion? Yeah, the Father does. And who received that compassion? Right, the younger brother. But I think the older brother did too. What do you think? Do you think the older brother ever came to the party? And if he did, do you think he sat down at any of the tables? Who do you think he might have sat with? Do you think he sat at the table with Dad and the brother? If not, when do you think they had a meal together again? Who sits at your dinner table? What do you talk about? And how do you welcome someone to your table when they've had a hard day? These are all really good things to think about. So talk about them while you color. And then, when you're finished, go ahead and cut it out. You've got some tape. Hang it up, because each day we are going to color something that helps us think about our stories. And if we can hang them up somewhere in our home, it'll help us remember what we're talking about. It'll help us remember to welcome everyone, and that at God's table, there's room for everyone. Hi friends, this week during virtual Bible school, we will be doing yoga. Now, yoga began as a spiritual practice in ancient India, centering on bringing the mind, the body, and the spirit into oneness with the divine. This meaningful practice has grown globally with people of all faiths and belief systems that find nourishment in different variations. It's a powerful reminder of how we learn from different cultures. When we say namaste at the end, we are connecting with siblings around the world. Now, breathing is at the heart of yoga. The breath is a physical way for us to receive and release. As we reflect this week on the ways that compassion makes us release and accept and welcome, we will focus on breathing alongside some basic yoga poses. So I want you to start with me. Go ahead and take your shoes off, and let's sit down on the floor. Now, I'm sitting on one of my favorite blankets. You can use a towel. If you have a yoga mat at home, you can use that. So go ahead, if you need to pause the video, you can do that now, and gather what you need. Take off your shoes, get comfortable, and join me here seated. So we're going to begin seated on the floor with our legs crossed as we're able. And we're going to take 3 slow, deep breaths. As we breathe in, I want you to think about how we see ourselves. And as we exhale, I want us to think about seeing ourselves with kindness. So we're going to breathe in. I see myself. And we're going to exhale, breathe out with kindness. Breathe in. I see myself. exhale with kindness. One more. I see myself with kindness. So we're going to stand slowly into what's called mountain pose. I want you to put your feet facing straight ahead. Just spread apart a little bit, about shoulder width. Let your arms hang down. Feel your shoulders relax and lower. Take some deep breaths. In mountain pose, we feel our strength. Your feet are grounded on the earth. We feel unshakable. Now I'd like you to reach down to the ground. And as you do that, we bow forward. We prepare and we focus with our eyes forward. Now let's do it again. Bring your arms all the way up. And then all the way down. Some of you may be able to put your hands on the ground. I can't. Now our next pose, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. It feels a little bit like sitting. I want you to raise your arms up and then lean them forward and sit back. In the chair pose, we strengthen and we stretch ourselves. We trust ourselves when we do this. I want you to stand up and do it again. Your arms up. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Lean your arms forward and sit. You're doing a really good job. So we're going to go back into mountain pose. Remember, that's feet slightly apart, facing forward, and our arms down. Friends, the more we trust ourselves, the stronger we are. So our next pose, we're going to go down. We're going to bend our legs, go down to our knees, and then with our hands, we will walk out and raise our knees. This is the plank pose. And then we lower further to the ground, and we take a deep breath. We face the sun this morning, and we welcome what the day holds for us. Now our next pose, we're going to walk our feet up, but leave our hands on the ground into downward dog. Take a couple of deep breaths. You're going to feel a stretch in the back of your legs. You'll feel it through your back. Continue to breathe. And then we will lower our knees into table pose. The table is a place of regrounding. Feel your steadiness. There's room for everyone at God's table. Take some deep breaths. Our next pose is a balance pose. I'd like you to come to sitting. Take a deep breath. Release. And then we're going to balance. I'd like you to put your feet out in front of you, bend your knee, raise one leg, and if you can, raise both legs. That's hard. So you can do it this way as well. Take a deep breath. You see, practicing balance is a way to be kind to ourselves. I'd like you to come back to seating. Take some deep breaths with me. As we end, I want you to take your arms out and up, put your hands together, bring them to the center of your chest. Take a deep breath. And we end by saying namaste, which is a way of saying that we see the image of God in each other. Another way to think about it is the light in me sees the light in you. Namaste. So for today's craft, we're going to make a centerpiece for you and your family to use on your dinner table. Now I want you to choose some things in your home that you really enjoy. I want you to make something that reminds you that you are loved, that you should be kind, and that you are just right the way you are. Now, I love flowers, and I usually have a jar of just some really simple fresh flowers on my table. I grew up picking flowers on the farm and putting them in jars on the table for our dinner. And so that's something that I still really enjoy doing. So I'm going to use this jar and these flowers to build my centerpiece around. Now I want you to look through the supplies that I sent for you. We've got some coffee filters, we've got some paper plates, we have pipe cleaners, we have some wooden dowels. Take some time, go ahead and pause the video in just a second and gather some supplies. Find some really pretty things that you would like to build your centerpiece with, and then join me again. Okay, so we have our supplies. We have our images, if you'd like to use them. You've got some markers. I think that what I'm gonna do is color for a few minutes. And while I color, I'd like us to think about compassion. Now, compassion is something we can sit and think about a lot, but compassion in action, what it looks like when we're actually doing it, helps us remember God is with us all the time. Everything we do and say, everything we make, the way that we interact with each other, the words we use with our friends and family. They're simple but real ways to express the deep and wide compassion of God. So, I've got this. I think I'm going to use some tape. To put it on one of my paper plates. I'm just sticking a loop of tape right on the paper plate. See that? And then I'm going to cut this out and put it in the middle. Friends, this week during Compassion Camp, we're going to remind ourselves to be loved, to be kind, to be you. See? Sticking another loop of tape. And then I'm going to use one of the wooden dowels. I'm going to tape it down on the wooden dowel. It might take a couple of pieces of tape for this. I think I'll use 2. What do you think? And then I'm going to stick it in. And then maybe I'll use a pipe cleaner and a marker, and I'm going to wrap it around. It makes a twist. I'm going to stick it in, and I'm going to do that a few times actually. That in. And maybe I can do one more of these. Making a centerpiece for our tables makes it feel more welcoming. Makes it feel like a place of beauty and a place where you'd really like to sit and be with the people you love. I'm going to stick this to another paper plate. Make a loop of tape. Stick it right in the center and put my coffee filter on there. And I think I'll write in the center. All are welcome. Because at God's table, everyone is welcome. I'm going to attach it to a dowel. Remember, 2 pieces of tape makes a big difference for this. Let's put that there. I'd love to see pictures of what you've created. Send them to me. My email address is emily@nwpcatlanta.org. Let's share our pictures and our centerpieces. Let's enjoy our time together, gathered around our tables tonight.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm so glad to see all of your smiling faces. Today, we learned how the beginning of compassion is seeing. This is one of the most true and honest ways we live out God's compassion. When we really see when other people are sad, happy, lonely, scared, or hurt, we begin to feel it with them. That's our empathy.
Did you see sadness today? Did you see joy today? Did you see hurt? This is the beginning of compassion. Seeing what someone is feeling is the beginning. Then we use our empathy to feel what they feel. And if our compassion is strong, we offer to help them. When we see and welcome each other, we make ourselves open to God's spirit of kindness. As we sing our song, Come to the Table Together, let's remember how God welcomes everyone to the table of blessing, and think of all the people you would like to include at God's table.
Come to the table, yes, come to the table. Come to the table, come celebrate with us. Come to the table, yes, come to the table. Come to the table, come celebrate with us. We are all welcome, yes, we are all welcome. We are all welcome, come celebrate with us. We are all welcome, yes, we are all welcome. We are all welcome, come celebrate with us. Let's have a party, yes, let's have a party. Let's have a party, come celebrate with us. Let's have a party, yes, let's have a party. Let's have a party, come celebrate with us. You are my sibling, yes, you are my sibling. You are my sibling, come celebrate with us. You are my sibling, yes, you are my sibling. You are my sibling, come celebrate with us. We are a family, yes, we are a family. We are a family, come celebrate with us. We are a family, yes, we are a family. We are a family, come celebrate with us.
We saw how when we gather around a table, even like this virtual table, we can see and feel the emotions that are present around the table. In our Bible story today, the father saw and welcomed his younger son. He showed compassion when he saw his son's shame and sadness. The father welcomed him back home.
But sometimes we forget the father also showed compassion to the older brother by seeing his hurt and frustration. He showed compassion and welcomed his son to the table. The father reminded both brothers that they are fully loved no matter what.
That's right. Let's close today in the same way we did yesterday. Place one hand on your head and one on your heart. Repeat after me. Welcoming one.
Welcoming one.
Your warm, wide arms are always open.
Your warm, wide arms are always open.
Drawing us into your heart full of love.
Drawing us into your heart full of love.
Make our arms your own.
Make our arms your own.
Helping us see and welcome.
Helping us see and welcome.
With compassion all those we meet.
With compassion all those we meet.
Amen.
Amen. Thanks so much for a great first day of virtual Bible school. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.